Greetings, zombie scholars. It's Brian. I just want to take a moment and check in. I'm going to do these short recordings every week just to let us know where we stand on things. Let's call them Lain's Logs. I'll be brief. Let me get right to it. I've got 4 things I want to discuss for this week. The first is to review the discussion posts from Module 1. Let me start off by saying great job on the discussion posts. They were fantastic. I could not keep myself out of them. Raised a lot of questions, had me thinking about things. Thanks to everybody for their hard work and dedication on these. 2 points on those discussion things going forward. First is remember to use the readings. The readings are there to help you make your point. And a lot of times if you're not sure what you're going to say, the readings can help you out a lot. In addition, don't expect to get a great grade if you're not using the readings. Our job is to synthesize these. Second thing, there's a group of mini lectures that I've put together that are in each module. They're under the presentations tab, and they're supposed to get us started on the right foot for every discussion topic for things. I know a lot of people have been watching them, but some people miss them, so you might want to check out things like that to help facilitate that discussion on the topic. Remember to cite people's work when you're in the discussion threads. There was a lot of great discussion, a lot of wonderful things, fantastic job, lots of great points. A bunch of major points rose to the top, like the coloniality in the issue, Haiti, what was going on with regard to race, even forced labor or indentured servitude or slavery during those times, what was going on with American occupation, the gendered nature of Madeline and what she might represent, what Haiti might represent. All those were great points. They were fantastic. Really enjoyed the thinking and pushing things forward. And really the question here is, what is our takeaway? And that's my second thing for each one of these Lain's Logs. What's our big takeaway from this particular week? Well, that is, to start off with, the zombie is a figure that is always raced. It's always gendered. It has a nationality. As we talked about coloniality, its location in Haiti, these things are not going away. These things are going to stick with us. Now, in these discussion posts, a lot of you said this is very different than the modern zombie that I understand. That's cool. I understand. I'm with you. I mean, these zombies aren't even dead. They're people that are alive that are made to be forced laborers. So there's a lot different than what we're used to with things like World War Z or The Walking Dead or things like that. Well, we're going to get into it, okay? Our basis for things this week is to look at George Romero and the important things that are going on in this next set of the zombie evolution. The third thing I want to do in this Lain's Log is to discuss the blog posts. Now, these are due tonight. Don't let it be overwhelming. Have some fun with it. Try and enjoy the blog post. Again, use the readings. Some people have already turned them in. I'm really looking forward to them. The idea is we just imagine ourselves to be survivors and what we are doing with things. It's an opportunity for us to make the readings apply to things that are going on in our everyday life for things. Now, the fourth thing that I want to discuss, the last thing, is to give a preview of what's coming up in the second module. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we are turning to a classic figure of zombie cinema. We're going to explore the work of George Romero, the icon of the zombie figure in film. After this period of the 30s and 40s, and as we saw in Plan 9 from Outer Space, the zombie corner got left out. It's not included that much until Romero brings it back to life in the 1960s. See what I did there? It's important. It's its emergence as the modern zombie as we understand it. Now, one thing to be careful of when we're looking at Romero, make sure we're looking at the originals, okay? The work is iconic. The film that we're looking at, The Night of the Living Dead, it's in the National Film Registry. His other films, Day, Dawn, Lain, these films have all been remade. So be careful to make sure that you're watching the original. Zack Snyder has a remake. Romero himself even reshot portions of it into his later trilogy. Let's try and keep it to the original, because the thing we're trying to do is situate the work in its particular time period. And here's the thing to think about with this. Night of the Living Dead was released just months after the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. All right, so this is a time period that is really in the middle of race awareness and the civil rights struggle. In fact, my challenge to you for this week is to think about Night of the Living Dead as a particular film from the 1960s and imagine what would be changed in this film if it were made in present day to reflect the Black Lives Matter protests of George Floyd. All right, think about that as it's something that resonates with things. And again, we've got this figure that's already raced, so what kind of work is it doing? You can take a look at it from 1968 and think about what kind of work it might be able to do today. All right, that's it for my little Lain's Log, a way to quickly check in. Hope everything's going well. Good luck out there.